Good evening and welcome to the Limerick Select Persons Board meeting for September 23rd, 2024. We're going to start with an executive session, chapter M.R.S.A, subchapter M.R.S.A 841-2. Do I have a motion to enter?
Moved.
Second.
Okay, all in favor? Okay, we're in executive session. Okay, good evening again, and we are coming out of the executive session, and we'll resume our regular meeting at 7 o'clock.
So sweet.
Good evening and welcome to the September 23rd, 2024 meeting of the Limerick Board of Select Persons. Please join us for the flag salute.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I'll look for a motion to approve the September 16th meeting minutes.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor? And I'll also look for a motion to accept the warrants.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor? Would someone read the announcements, please?
The Budget Committee will meet on Thursday, September 26th at 7 p.m. Budget to be reviewed will be the Treasurer, the CEO, and Constable templates. The public hearing for the November warrant articles will be held on Monday, September 30th at 6 p.m. with the Select Board meeting to follow. The Planning Board will meet on Wednesday, October 2nd at 7 p.m. The Fire Department will be hosting an open house of the new fire station on Saturday, October 12th from 9 to 12 p.m. All are invited to attend. The Appeals Board has 2 vacant seats to fill. Please reach out to the Select Board admin if interested at 793-4475. As a reminder, if you're speaking at any meeting, please go to the microphone so everyone will be able to hear. As part of the hearing a citizen policy, no personal attacks on any individual or firm, including town employees, town officials, or members of the public will be tolerated during any meetings. Please direct concerns about individual employees or town officials to the chairman of the Board of Select Persons outside the public meeting, and please stay current with town information by visiting www.limerickme.org.
Thank you. For department reports, we have on the agenda Stan Hackett, CEO and Special Assessing Liaison to the Select Board.
Okay, Stan Hackett. In regards to code enforcement, we do have an ongoing issue with one property on Secocas Trail South. I'm going to ask the board to watch your emails because I'm going to need your input as to, are we going to pursue this in court? And I think it's actually going to take a summons before we can get this violation corrected. But that one, they have until October 11th to clean up their violation. After that, my suggestion is to have the attorneys draw up a summons to court and see if that will correct it a little quicker. They did move one of the violations off the property, but it moved in a bigger one. So, but just watch your emails on that. And on that note, I am going to let Casey talk about the properties. We have several offers to go over and a few new listings, and then when she's done, I will reappear.
Thank you for having me again. Just a quick note before we get started on offers. I do also have a withdraw for one of the listings that we listed last week on Sparrow. There's a little problem with Lake Arrowhead that we need to sort out before we can put it back on the market. For all of our listings, we received offers this week. And I'm going to start with our oldest listing, which is lot 106 on Dog Road. We received 3 offers this week. We received quite a bit of activity. Offer 1 in order of receipt was $60,000 with a $1,500 deposit, not subject to inspections, but subject to a land loan with a 20% down payment. And the pre-approval letter was received, and they were offering a closing date of October 25th. Offer number 2 for $60,000 had a deposit of $2,000, was subject to soils testing within 10 business days. also subject to a 25% down land loan, and they included their pre-approval letter with a closing date of October 24th. Offer number 3 was an offer price of $80,000, which is our current asking price. They offered a $1,000 deposit, have no inspection contingency. They're a cash offer, and they provided proof of their funds and offered a fairly quick closing date of October 8th. I would recommend for the board to accept offer number 3. Map 39, Lot 8, which is on the corner of Sportsman and Moose in Lake Arrowhead. We received 2 offers on this property. Both offers came with an escalation clause, meaning they were willing to offer so much over the next competing offer. So we can elaborate on that at the end. Offer 1 was for $42,000 with an escalation clause of $500 over the next closest offer, up to a price of $50,500. They included a $1,000 earnest money deposit, and this offer was made subject to the buyer's ability to confirm or obtain permits and clear their title within 7 business days. This is a cash offer with a proof of funds to be provided within 5 days. This offer offered a closing date of October 24th. Offer number 2 came with a price of $40,000 with an escalation of $1,000 over the next closest competing offer, up to an amount of $44,000. This offer was subject to a septic design within 7 business days. It was also subject to buyer's ability to obtain title insurance, and no days were noted for like a stop point for their performance. This is a cash offer with proof of funds provided within 2 days, and a closing date offered of October 22nd. I would recommend accepting offer 1, which would escalate to $44,500 based on what offer 2 offered. We have 2 lots listed on Fisher, Lot 8 and Lot 9. On Lot 8, we received 3 offers. In order of receipt, our first offer offered $42,000 with an escalation of $500 over the next competing offer, up to $50,500. They offered a $1,000 deposit, and this offer is subject to the buyer's ability to confirm the availability and ability to obtain building permits and title insurance within 7 days. This is a cash offer with proof of funds to be provided within 5 days and a closing date of October 24th. Offer number 2 was a $40,000 offer with an escalation clause, $1,000 over the next closest competing offer, up to $44,000. They have offered a deposit of $1,200, and their offer is subject to a satisfactory septic design within 7 business days and an insurable title with no time frame noted. This is a cash offer and proof of funds to be provided within 2 days. Their closing date offered is October 22nd. Offer number 3 is also with an escalation clause at $35,000 with an escalation of $1,000 over the next closest competing offer, up to $45,000. They're offering a $1,000 deposit with no inspection contingency. Their cash offer with proof of funds to be provided within 3 days and a closing date of October 31st. I would recommend accepting offer 1, escalating it to $45,500. Lot 9 on Fisher. We received 2 offers. The difference between these 2 lots is Lot 9 has a wet area on the right side of it, which made a difference in what people offered. Offer 1 was for $38,000 with a $1,000 deposit, subject to confirming the availability of permits and title insurance within 7 business days. This is a cash offer with proof of funds provided within 5 days and closing date of October 24th. Offer number 2 was for $32,000 with a deposit of $1,200, subject to the buyer obtaining a septic design within 7 business days and title insurance with no days noted. This is a cash offer with proof of funds provided within 2 days, and October 22nd as a closing date. I would recommend accepting offer 1 at $38,000. This is the total of all of our current listed properties. Were there any questions about any of the offers or my recommendations?
Apparently not.
All right. Would you like to vote to go with my recommendations?
Yes, I would make a motion that we accept, or we go with all recommendations provided by our Realtor.
Second.
Any further discussion? All in favor? Okay, thank you, Casey.
I have one more. I know you want to be rid of me. For new listings, we have map 41, lot 232 on Arrowhead Lane. This abuts the recreation area as Arrowhead Lane turns the corner. I would recommend listing this property for the price of $35,000. This lot has some wetland in it, so it's not like a perfect lot, hence the lower price. The next on the list, I have map 41, lot 340. This is on the corner of Edge Hill Road and Deer Crossing. This lot has like a really unusual land formation where it's got like 2 humps in it. And though it's on the higher and drier side of the road, those could be problematic for excavation. So I have a recommended listing price of $38,000. On Fisher Drive, we have the next 3 lots that are available and ready. These are all really good lots on the uphill side of Lot 8. And I have recommend listing each of these for $40,000. Are there any questions?
Are they contiguous?
They are.
Next question. Do you have a following question?
Do you have a follow-up question?
My follow-up question to that would be, should we consider one and offer the rest as budding lots?
If we list them together as one lot and allowed only one house,
Yep.
what do you think the number would be? Not significantly better, probably, right? I mean,
It's
still building one
not,
house,
it's
right?
not the same amount. So of all of the lots that I've looked at so far, I only have 3 maps left to do. These are the best lots for building on a small area that I have looked at because they have a nice quality of land. I know that the town has an interest in combining lots, but of all of the lots that I've looked at, these are the best lots to build on in half-acre lots. Any other questions? Stay here? Go away?
Yep, nope. But the lots that she's talking about on Fisher are all the quiet titles. So these are not the tax acquired, these were through the settlement. One of the big questions is so that we can slow down the growth is, can we combine one with another lot and in some areas, that's what we were discussing earlier.
Yes,
is-
we have several good candidates for that.
So, to give them more space, combining a lot, it really won't change a whole lot, other than you won't get full value.
Right, so for example, the lots that were recently sold in the comparables as double lots, typically received between $50,000 and $60,000 versus $40,000 each. So it wasn't double, it was maybe less than half for the extra land.
It is up to the board, because there is a concern, especially in this area, that we can overdevelop or get too many houses too close together. So we have gone back and forth, and it's, with the quiet title ones, it's not going to impact the town versus the tax acquired, we have to sell at realtors' pricing. So this is the opportunity where the town could, without getting into any gray areas, combine a lot with another lot. So I do want you to, because when we get into the quiet title or the pink ones that we've labeled, those are under specific guidelines under the main revenue service, so. But I hope to have this map with the green and the pink online so people can see. I will share it with the board. The other areas that with the Sparrow Lane is if it doesn't have water or the road is still considered a paper road. The agreement with Lake Arrowhead is we cannot force them to develop those areas. Those are planned developments, so we need to work with Lake Arrowhead on those. It doesn't mean we can't sell them, it's just not gonna be at
At a
full
normal
value.
retail price.
Yeah, so, so what is the board's desire on the Fisher Lane? There's 3 currently, right?
3 in my
Yeah.
package today.
Okay.
I mean, when we think about what's in the best interest of the town, do we think about the most bang for our buck or the size of the lots?
Well, do we want to be, looking forward or penny wise and pound foolish? I think you put them together.
2 and 2 or all 4?
Well,
Well,
there's
there's
3.
Oh, I thought there were 4, my bad.
There's 3. I would put all.
Yeah, there are additional ones, but we just reviewed a few for tonight.
Yeah.
My recommendation, again, it's only mine, I don't have any real say into this, but is I'd combine 2 at a time. Because especially on Fisher Lane, because there's a couple tax acquired that if we can combine in with that, it would get rid of that tax acquired at a reasonable price versus that, but I would at
Right,
least
like
do 2.
lot 6 abuts on a
Yes.
tax acquired
Yeah.
property.
And then there's one across.
And there's one across, I think it's 61, but I'm not
So
sure.
you have 6, 7, and 8, is that correct? Or what numbers do you have now? Which 3
So
do you have
for
now?
future, or?
That you're talking about now, the 3 you're talking about right now?
For right now, in my folder that I have ready, I have 4, 5, and 6.
And 6 abuts a tax
acquired lot.
one. But if we combine those and sell them together, how does that work with the state, where one of them's tax acquired
Well,
and one isn't? Do you have
the
to,
quiet title one will allow the town to, first of all, anything that's tax acquired in Lake Arrowhead, by the time we add up the fees and the interest, we're not going to be giving any proceeds to anybody. It's just that. But it will help get the tax acquired ones back on the tax revenue a lot easier because we're not under that demand. So it loosens that purse string, if you will, with the state. So plus, we're also giving a little bit more room between houses and lots, so we're not overdeveloping like Waterboro did. So that's,
I make a motion, we sell 4 and 5 together with the contingency that only one house can be built on the combined lots, and hold off on number 6 for now.
Second?
Second.
And the other 2?
I'm just talking about these, the other ones, I'm gonna do a separate vote for those.
Okay,
I think we should sell them all, but for this one,
okay.
I don't want to sell the 3 separately.
Okay.
I think if we combine 4 and 5, sell that, see what happens with the one that ends up with 6. Worst case scenario is that tax acquired one doesn't come to fruition and we still only end up with 2 houses on 3 lots versus 3 houses.
Okay.
Or did you want to do 5 and 6? 6 is the acquired one.
But you said 6 we can't do yet.
Six.
We can. but-
6 is acquired, but it abuts, it abuts,
Acquired
an
tax.
acquired lot. So number 7 is still in process, because of the tax acquired factor.
So you can do 7 and 6 and then 4 and 5.
Yeah, I think that's what we're,
That way.
Okay, so I amend my motion to put 4 and 5 together and 6 and 7 together and sell them as one parcel, one house.
for all 4. Am I hearing you right?
No,
Okay.
two separate parcels.
Thank you.
Okay.
Second.
Okay, then we would have to amend the asking price
Yeah,
as opposed to 40 and 40. We'll have to revise the
asking
asking
price.
price.
I would generally price something like that at $55,000 or $60,000. So to be on the side of safety, I would recommend $60,000 for a combined lot.
For both of them?
Yes. They're both just as good.
Yeah.
And one house.
One house per lot, or
One
per,
house
per 2
For
lots.
2 lots.
Yes.
For the 2 lots.
Which is still accomplishing what the Lake Arrowhead Committee was trying to do too, is just to space it out a little bit. But it will help the town get the tax acquired ones off by utilizing some of the quiet title ones.
Yep.
And combining them.
Okay.
Okay, well, we have a motion and a second.
Yep.
So all in favor?
Okay, I'll get the paperwork ready.
We want to do the other ones
I'd
then.
make a motion
Me
for
too.
the other lots, that we list them with your recommendation.
Second.
Okay, discussion on that?
Nope.
Okay, all in favor? Okay,
So we're good. Casey's gonna be here with me on Wednesday. We've got to go through some of the Lake Arrowhead properties. Let me get closer to the mic. So that the tax acquired ones, there still may be some process the town has to do before we can list them. So I want to go over those with her, or we do. Whenever I say I, it's we, the town. Nothing I do is just for me, it's the town. So we'll be getting together on that, and then in another week or 2, we'll be getting together with the Lake Arrowhead Committee, just so that everybody's in the same.
A week from Tuesday at 2.
Yes, we'll be all in the same communication loop, and we're not getting the misunderstandings that we ran into at the beginning of the week. And I apologize if there's any confusions, but we are always open for any questions or concerns, so please don't be afraid.
Okay.
Anything else?
Thanks.
okay, next item on the agenda is to review the legal accounts. And we did get a bill in this week, and I'll give a little breakdown. We have Ben McCall has billed for 8.75 hours, and it's mostly CEO and some of these property matters that have come up with him. Alyssa Tibbetts billed for 7.25 hours, and most of that is for the TAN loan preparation. Natalie Burns billed for 3 hours, and there were different things on there, some to do with the charter, some responding to the town clerk, and then there were some personnel issues as well. So that is the status this week with legal accounts. The cemetery mowing and the Veteran Cemetery Committee, we have nothing new this week. The town charter update, we should have the final draft tomorrow, I understand. The Bricktown Hall equipment update, again, the moving of the equipment will be on October 29th, 30th, and 31st. shelter survey, any update, Katie?
Nope, I am working to, I know I mentioned it last week, but get together with Ray and Vinny to finish that up there.
Okay, the squad truck bid review update is still on hold.
Now, we're gonna, actually, I talked to Vinnie about that. We are going to get that truck listed on a couple of government auction websites. It should be done in the next couple of weeks, where it will be going out for sale.
Okay. The update the Microsoft Exchange email, that's happening in December. Trio training update, and moving forward with the payroll, and I believe the payroll meeting has been set up.
We'll follow up on that. Not sure if I have one or not. I think there's a little miscommunication. Sorry.
Okay, work on new capital project requests, and the town manager update, we're working on amounts for those.
So I did get a new report from Julie. The paving does have the 25. Up above there, it says Municipal Building, which she says the painting, that shows 40. Those are the two amounts. So I don't know.
Have we seen any quotes on painting yet?
I did make a couple other calls, so. If anybody has any painters who want to send them away.
We're looking for quotes right now. I don't think we've decided on a,
No, we're trying to get it,
right,
we talked about getting some quotes so we can figure out how much we need to budget,
right, yeah,
so.
that's what I was saying.
Okay, a reminder that the public hearing is scheduled for Monday, September 30th at 6:00 PM. So we hope you can have a good attendance for that. Next item is to discuss the door-to-door bid. We do have a bid from Mellon to continue that, but I think we would like to set up a special town meeting to review a 3-year contract with them. So when could we do a town meeting?
You want to do a special one?
Yeah, on a Monday night, soon. Excuse me? No.
Brady, did you read something for the 7th? Sorry. We don't have anything.
Nothing on the 7th?
Oh, yes, we do. Sorry. I should have put it on there. It's our
Public hearing for
public
that.
hearing for GA, just our GA NDCs, which will take 2 minutes.
That
The
takes
select
two-
board will hold a public hearing on,
I need to add that though. I was like, wait a minute. So, the 7th, or we're not meeting on the 14th, we're meeting on the 15th?
We're meeting on the 15th.
Yeah. Tuesday.
My daughter's birthday.
So you just tell me.
why don't we do it on the 7th if the GA is not going to take that long?
The GA will take 30
2
seconds.
Yeah, then let's do it on the,
I think we do it on the 7th.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, as long as it works for them.
Okay, I guess we would
Do you want to give them an option if one is better?
Who's that?
Did you say Mel, are we meeting?
We're not, no, special town meeting, not meeting with the Mellons.
Okay, sorry.
Okay, I guess I'd look for a motion to establish the town meeting and then make it for that date.
I make a motion we establish a special town meeting for October 7th, following the public hearing of GA.
Second.
Okay, all in favor?
Oh, no, was there a second? I didn't hear a second. Yep.
Okay, the HVAC quote, we're still waiting on one to be provided. And a follow-up meeting with SRC TV. I did have an initial discussion with Patrick from there, and we're going to further our discussion and possibly set up a executive session to invite them to come and have some discussion. So this way, we'll have some further information next week. Okay, we're moving on to new business. We've got discussion of password box. Alicia, do you have something on that?
So the thought, had a couple of thoughts and a couple of other employees who talked a little bit. Having like an overall password box, this may go over well, this may not go over well, but it basically is everybody who, department-wise or in the building, if somebody quit tomorrow, if somebody left, if basically my passwords are all in, a copy of them are all in one box. All of Vinnie's, all of Julie's, all of Stan's, all like, and a couple of people have access to that, but then you're never in a situation where, if we needed to, you needed those for some, we've had a lot of issues, we still have Verizon issues, because we have people attached to that we don't have passwords for, and they won't call, and they won't take people's names off. So it's kind of an issue where if we have that information, a lot of things, I think the treasurer stuff, a lot of things would have gone a lot smoother. So we just realized that maybe if everybody did it, and some probably won't, that it might be like when there's a turnover, you have that certain ones to have to websites that you need to be a part of. That makes sense. So start the discussion that.
I think it would make sense for like certain things, but not for everything. Like you said, some of the things, getting in touch with the cell phone company, they won't talk to anybody if I'm
Yeah, it's still, there's
not
names on there
mistaken.
that.
And it's because we don't have, yeah.
A couple of them are fire department number, like, so. We had,
Is there-
I think the other one that we fought, I mean, we fought a lot with the, like, Sam.gov stuff, so. I'm not saying like everything, I think there's just certain things that, like,
Right.
if somebody gets into a new position, it would be a lot easier to go on and change email addresses and new passwords than what we've been trying to do.
Okay, what would be the action step to institute this?
But I don't know if it's a policy that you would make.
I mean, I think that some, someone should have
Yeah, and I don't know who.
access to all those, and then who that person is,
I don't know that.
it's another, another reason we need a town manager. Like, when we have all these departments and groups and employees, and really no one singular person at the top, it becomes an issue. So, I mean, it's definitely a reason for that position, but.
So it's certainly just a thought to advocate.
Yeah.
I think we definitely need to think about it and figure
Yeah.
out a way to implement it,
Yeah.
especially with, financial stuff.
Yeah, I
Like-
mean, there's just.
The sam.gov or the bank accounts, I mean, we can't, stuff happens to people, and never mind regular turnover.
Yeah, and that, I just, it could be anything, any reason that somebody leaves, so. Like I said, I just wanted to get the wheels thought process on it.
Well, it makes sense to institute it.
So, I mean, we certainly can talk about it after November, maybe at that point we
See where it
see
lies.
maybe kind of the direction.
Okay, next item is to sign and approve the property abatement. We have that. Is this the only copy, or is that a copy in everybody's
No,
folder?
those are the only ones for you guys to sign.
Okay, then we just need a motion to accept and sign the property abatement.
I make a motion that we accept and approve the property abatement. Do I give the map and lot number? No.
It's not a poverty abatement, right?
Not poverty, no, just,
So, yeah, you can,
Yeah, you can.
For map 24, lot 93-F.
okay, was that seconded?
I
Second,
haven't seen it.
Okay, all in favor?
can we look at it
yeah.
Yep.
before we vote? Before we vote? I talked to Mike about both of those at one point, so. There are two of them there, by the way.
Is the process, if you're not happy with your tax bill, to reach out to O'Donnell's? first?
Yes.
And then they'll follow, tell you what you need to do, or?
Yeah, pretty much, they'll tell you, like,
Thank you.
for instance, in both these cases, one of these is a piece of land that actually has some water frontage, but it's impossible, you can't
Get to it?
you can't get to it.
Yeah.
And when they went out and looked at the property, they thought there might be a nice path to the water, and they found out there's not. It's physically impossible to get to it. So,
They changed the value.
so they changed the value back closer to where it was before.
Yep.
And the other one was a lot that should have been taxed separately, but they got combined and sort of separated.
Brady,
So-
are you gonna add the second?
You may want to amend your motion to list both of them.
Approve both of them. I amend my motion to approve, in addition to map 24, lot 93F, also map 9, lot 2.
Okay, all in favor? Okay, we'll sign that after the meeting.
Gil, do you have the file on the executive session one we had?
I didn't hear?
The file on the executive session one?
I'm pretty sure
Yes.
that's it, right? I wasn't there, so
Yes.
I don't know. That was the name.
I make a motion that we approve the poverty abatement for homeowner X.
Second,
Okay, all in favor? Okay, thank you.
Now, that's a poverty abatement. We don't, when that happens, we don't announce the lot number of the person's name.
Yep.
So,
Okay, we have a request for a printer for the CEO office. And I believe the amount is $699.99.
Yep, yours. It's like, why is everybody looking at me?
You need a new printer?
Okay,
$6.99.
$699.99.
$6.99. Oh, yeah, that's good.
I feel like we've bought a lot of printers.
This is where I can say it's Dottie's fault. But no, it's Dottie's printer, it's 4 to 5 years old, and the display screen is non-legible. So we're guessing on hitting the green to stop or the quantity button. So it's done. While you guys are considering that, there's another thing that you need to think about in the future, is as you do these closings and you collect these checks, which right now is approximately $553,000, is where you want the proceeds to go. So you'll have a choice of capital improvements, general fund.
We vote, it goes to the capital reserve account,
But you'll have to vote as you receive the monies.
okay?
It's just because if you do a general one, somebody's going to question the transparency of each lot, so.
Yeah.
You can only get a printer when we get money.
It's totally up to them.
I know, I was gonna ask that.
But Dottie does need a new printer. It is quickly going to the sideline.
I make a motion to approve the printer for the CEO office with the funds to come from the
Franchise?
franchise fees.
Second.
Okay, all in favor?
Toner's
Well,
expensive.
well, Staying corrected, 50% of it's assessing. Thank you.
Okay, next item is to sign the EPA form.
How long will that last long?
Not in my house.
$500 for toner?
Yeah. I mean, do you buy all the colored ones?
I'm just saying. Printer ink's wild. Okay.
Okay, the EPA form is a request for an advance or reimbursement having to do with the grant.
Sign it quick. Oh, yeah.
Damn it.
Quick, sign it and send it in.
Okay, well, it requires just my signature, so I'll do that after the meeting.
Do we have to wait for him to just sign?
Okay, that is the end of our new business. Do we have any hearing of citizens matters?
No?
Gail, I saw your hand first.
Too slow, Steve.
Selectman Medici, you had mentioned that you were willing to give up your phone, your town phone. Is that
Yes.
still?
Absolutely.
It would be nice if it was given to the treasurer, select board admin, that office space,
Yeah.
so they can use that number on accounts where you need to authenticate. Not their personal phone numbers. When they disappear, sometimes you can't authenticate accounts. So that would be a wonderful thing if that could get switched over.
We'll have it tomorrow.
Well, you have to, now the fun part begins, is getting Verizon to get it done.
Verizon do what?
Isn't it a Verizon phone?
Yeah, what do they have to do?
Well, you have to find out who can do that in this
Who
town.
can do what?
Get it changed to somebody.
Why is it gotta be changed?
It's in the name of the town of
It's
Limerick.
already in the
so-
town anyways.
It's in your name, isn't it?
No.
No.
Oh, it's just the town of Limerick?
Yeah, everybody, we all have ones that are in the
And
town's
then
name.
we just designated.
Whose number goes to who?
To them. So we don't have to do anything with Verizon. That is wonderful.
No.
Good going.
Stay active.
Okay, thank you.
Just make sure on the website
Yeah,
that that number comes off my name
yes.
and just put my personal phone.
Thank you very much.
Okay, anything else?
I gotta find it.
Steve?
You said it will be here tomorrow.
It's under the seat of
Get
my
busy. Which truck, though?
Which truck, which, buried in the seat somewhere.
Yeah, Steve McLean, a couple of things on the Citizens Bridge there. Was that a citizens petition, the bridge we're gonna rename? Or was that just I was just wondering, because over in Cornish there, they had that on the ballot for the voters to vote to do that. So I didn't know if was it just something the selectmen just said that's,
It was brought to our attention. I think we voted to approve it.
okay, all right, well, that's good. Now, the abatement process, which she touched on a little bit, do you think we can put that on the website? If you want abatement, it should be on the webpage of, Colin O'Donnell's first.
Oh, if you're looking to have your property.
Yes, yeah, it should be on there, because, I've had a lot of people down around the lake asking us, well, you gotta start with O'Donnell's, and then you go from the O'Donnell's to the selectmen, then back to O'Donnell's, then to the county. So I think it's something to put onto the web page.
It's on the bill.
Yeah, I know, but that doesn't,
Everybody got their bill.
yeah, just so.
It's been the same process for years,
It's
right?
the same process forever. And quite frankly,
Thank God I just came to the selectmen.
I don't want to encourage people to want their tax bills abated.
It's not the same, or it is?
Process is the same.
I never talked to O'Donnell's when I got mine there. at the beginning. You guys did, you know, so I'm. we
It
could
goes
just-
to him at some point, I mean, at some point.
Right, yeah, you guys talked to him at some point, yeah, but I'm saying, I think it'd be just clear to put on the webpage that if people want an abatement, to contact them first.
Well, they should contact, I mean, they can go right to O'Donnell's, but they should be contacting the assessing office here,
Okay, so let's.
requesting an abatement.
Let's put that on, how to, the process to do it.
A lot of stuff on that website.
Well, yeah, but you're supposed to be informational, you know, and all the lots that we've sold, I don't know, I had mentioned a couple of weeks ago, John, you weren't here, about advertising some of the lots in the shopping guide, and maybe time doesn't allow that. But how about if we put the future lots coming up, like, you know, there's a bunch of lots she's gonna do in the next couple of weeks, put them on the town webpage? Or is the webpage too full?
Well,
I'm just saying, just to give the average person, or you can put the for sale and give the contact number for her.
There's a link on there, right, to the website.
Yeah, I created a link for the town,
Yeah, and it's on there.
that all listed lots are displayed on it,
They're on, so everybody can pull up our.
so everyone can see it,
It's on the website.
whatever is available currently.
Right, okay. All right, the other thing, you were talking, John, there about combining lots, limited growth and all that stuff. Do you think that's something we ought to have on the March ballot? We used to have a growth ordinance at one point in time in town. It's all gone, so I think if the select board is gonna be concerned about combining lots so we don't have growth, that maybe we ought to have it on the ballot for another growth ordinance. Because my attitude was on those 3 lots, you said 40,000, that would give a young couple or even a young single person a chance to get a starter lot, put a small house on. You know what I mean? Now we're combining it, so that's fine that you guys.
well, the
did
problem
that.
is, the young single person isn't buying the lots. The builder is buying the lots.
Right.
And building the 1,200 square foot ranch and selling it for $450.
Yeah.
I mean, that doesn't help
I understand, but
yeah, I mean,
she had several, she's getting, what's
Yeah.
really cool, she's getting several bids and everything else. Well, you know, for 40,000, we may get 6 or 8 bidders, you know, and somebody may get lucky. You know, that lot that had a little water off on the side, you know, the builder may not want that, but somebody just starting out may want it. So I just think if you are gonna say we're gonna combine them, we might as well have something on the ballot in March, let the people decide, do we want, you know,
well,
'cause
if we're
there's a lot
gonna,
of rumblings about
if
it.
we're gonna continue to sell these lots,
Yeah,
and all the other, I mean, I don't know what the numbers at this point, hundreds of lots that are still in Lake Arrowhead
sure,
that are undeveloped.
yeah.
I'm not disrespecting, but we're gonna end up being like Waterbury. It's gonna be a house on every lot.
But as you said, look how much more money will be coming in, right?
Yeah,
You and
but
I
that
had that
doesn't-
discussion the other day.
That doesn't work.
Well, that's
It
right,
doesn't
but
work.
I'm just saying,
It
it's-
doesn't work when those, and we all have kids we send to school, and I've sent mine, and now I don't have any, and those that have kids, we all pay for them to go now, but to put a house on every lot in Lake Arrowhead, the cost to the town would be prohibitive. I mean, when each of those houses get 1 or 2 kids in school,
but I'm just saying,
no tax bill can cover that education
it
cost.
should be up to the voters.
Yeah.
We had this at one point. What I'm saying, don't take it out of the voters' hands, you know what I mean? And it's just,
If they think, yeah, I have no problem
but it's
putting
a
it.
hell of a lot better than what we've done in the past, where we've sold a lot, and we've argued about it many times up here. Some of the ones we sold last year, $200 or $300 to the abutter.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, that's,
But if it went to an abutter, there was we did that on purpose, so we could get some tax revenue on it, knowing there wouldn't be a house built on it.
Right.
But if we're gonna start selling them, and the way the building permits are coming in, I have no problem considering some sort of growth ordinance.
I'm just saying,
figuring
let the
something.
people, because there's so much rumbling, we're growing so fast. You know, trying to keep up with it. I mean, you talk about a printer, okay, well, how much documentation that she had here. You think about how many papers we've had in the last couple of months for all these lots and everything else, so, you know, everything's gonna go up. The print is fine, but it's just the idea that we're printing out a lot more paper, there's a lot more work involved.
I mean, I'd rather see a big, huge impact fee to help pay for the fire station, but that just hurts the starter home that is now $400,000 that the first-time homeowner's getting into now becomes 400 plus X.
Right.
And it just, it hurts the
In
first-time person.
Arrowhead, they have a fee to pay on top of that anyway.
Yeah, the fees,
Lots.
yeah, I don't know how much it is now, but
It's
10,000 to hook to the water?
No,
Oh.
15 if your house is smaller than 1,200 square feet, and $10,000 if your house is larger than 1,200 square feet.
Just to build a
1,500 or
house?
15?
Yes.
No, 15,000,
10 for
10,000,
the bigger house, 15 for the smaller house.
15,000 for the smaller house.
That's correct.
So the smaller house has a bigger,
Yes, they penalize people for building smaller houses.
And is that just to build, or is that yearly?
No, that's for your impact
Impact
fee
fee.
for
Okay.
when you.
For
get
water,
your building
water
permit.
and stuff.
The lots are, I think, $813 a year for vacant lands, and the homeowners association fee, I think, is almost $1,200 now. It's $1,100 or $1,200.
does that include hooking up to the water, that fee?
No.
That's additional?
There's an additional fee for $1,000, I think, for a lot.
Yes.
Boy,
So,
glad we're on Watson Hill.
Yeah.
So, I mean, this is, you know, to the point, I know we combined them, but yeah, you know, the less money the lot is, the more these people can afford, but I mean, right now, all these lots, people, you know, we almost want to put a sign up, buyer beware. These are the hidden costs.
Hey, we should consider, if we could, donating a lot or two to Habitat for Humanity. I mean, you know, give it to, I mean, somehow try to help out a family or two that just can't afford the prices. Let's do, if we could do something.
Yeah, absolutely, but I'm just saying, I mean, it's shocking.
If there was a way to sell them to lower income and give some sort of break, I'd be all for it, you know, because it is impossible now for the average young person to buy a
I think
house.
there's some programs through Main State Housing Authority for affordable housing for lots of that purpose.
Percentage of the ones you sell have to be for lower income.
That's right.
That's what mainstay housing.
So, maybe we can get somebody to talk about all the discounted
maybe we should-
stuff, I mean,
Now that we've sold a bunch and we've brought in some good money and clearly there'll be some more houses built, maybe we can slow it up a little bit and see if we can do this in a way that could impact some of the lower income or young people looking for a house.
Possibly work with a Habitation for Humanity as
we got
well.
there's a lot of houses in Limerick, the Habitat's done. Johnson, you get Johnson Road, E-Range Road and stuff, I mean, they're always looking for something.
Yeah.
And if you said one a year or whatever, okay, you know, that would be very helpful, because here now, for the first time, people are saying, all right, if I buy that lot in Lake Arrowhead, even if I don't do anything, there's this much fee, and if I build something, there's this much fee, so all of a sudden, the $40,000 lot is really, you know, 40, 50,000, maybe 60. So I think it's something to think about in the whole picture of what's going on. You know.
I mean, I don't know if there's a way to do it, but if you could somehow adjust the price if you were selling to an end user versus,
Nah, you
Build it, but that
probably
makes it
can't
hard.
discriminate.
Yeah.
I think that Habitat thing
yeah,
would be very interesting to look at.
Yeah,
Somebody
we should
just
consider
contact them, because they take donations all the time.
yeah.
And, you know, I don't know if it'd take voter approval or whatever, but, you know, it's something down the road. It's not like we only got one more lot left to sell. So, all right, thanks.
Okay, thank you, Steve.
I have a question that was asked, just if anybody knows the status of the brush truck. And I did send it to Vinnie too.
The current, the new brush truck, I believe it is in Massachusetts having the bed, or the bed
Pump unit,
and the pump unit installed.
it's already on.
Whatever it is being installed in
The skid unit.
Massachusetts.
Skid unit.
The skid unit.
The pump and the tank. I don't know if it's there, I don't know where it is though, I just know that's the
I
unit.
know it's in
The
Massachusetts.
old brush truck, the one that we.
Yes, that's what I just talked about.
That's what I asked that.
Can we reach out to Natalie or somebody and see or have Stan reach out and see how we can, what we need to donate a lot to, or two to Habitat for Humanity. And if we need voter approval, I'd like to get it on the ballot as a, yes, or even November. What's that? Definitely for March, definitely for March. We could, if we can get the information quick enough. Yeah, to see what it would take to donate a lot or two, to get voter approval to donate up to 2 lots a year in Lake Arrowhead to Habitat for Humanity, if needed.
Casey, have you done that before?
I've done bids for Habitat as a builder,
Okay.
and I have a friend who donated some lots to them in the Nature's Way subdivision in Standish.
Okay. I just didn't know if you had any insight.
Yeah, I've worked with Main State Housing Authority
Okay.
before too, so I can just
Cool.
call them up there. They're actually very friendly and will answer your phone calls.
I work with them on the daily.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
They're so nice.
Mainstay housing, that is.
Yeah, the Habitat for Humanity has a more complicated process.
Yeah. Okay.
And I think the other question is just for Stan, if we're even allowed to do it.
We can. I'm sure the ones that we have through the lawsuit process, we can, the question, because those are ours to do with as we wish. So if those are, then let's see if we can reach out to Habitat for Humanity and see if they're willing to take one or two.
Yeah, good.
We're gonna put these houses up, we might as well try to make a couple of them affordable for some,
For who?
some young people that can't afford the $450,000 house.
Can you put it in for town residents? Maybe it's the town land that was donated.
Town taxpayers.
Well, I think each of those programs have their own.
They have their own criteria.
Restrictions, criteria, income limits, mostly.
Yeah, a lot of people like.
We can ask them if they're willing to offer it to a Limerick resident first, if they can. Use that as,
Out there.
yeah, yeah.
We always sold like Arrowhead lots 5 years, 10 years, 20 years ago, and that's what people let us stop.
Yeah.
So I can ask Stan, you know, want to involve him in that scenario, but if it's something that can move along, do you want to try to talk about it at the special town meeting or not?
Yeah, I mean,
If a vote is required, then we, you know.
if it's a vote is required, then yes, it's a, I think it's a positive thing. I don't think we're gonna see much dissension. I can't imagine many people saying no.
Okay, with that, is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second. All those in favor?
All in favor? Okay.